Hi, this is Rob Sheen from the Source Conference, and I'm here with Marcus Carey, who's the founder and CEO of ThreatCare. And he's going to be speaking at Source Austin on December 5th and 6th, and that's coming up really quick. And his talk is on attacking the enterprise, and specifically attacking is referring to the MITRE attack framework. So, Marcus, welcome. And for those that may not know yet, can you give us a quick overview of what the attack framework is for MITRE?
So the attack framework, it's kind of like is a follow up on the cyber kill chain, is what everybody was talking about a couple of years ago from Lockheed Martin. But the problem was Lockheed Martin kind of trademarked it, so it wasn't like open source really. So MITRE team has got together and expanded upon that work, and it's made something that can be used by the community. It's open source that anybody can use and refer to. So it's a pretty cool thing. So what it does is it kind of, like the cyber kill chain, it kind of describes attacks and how they can work and how adversary may try to exploit things in your network.
Awesome. Now, is this something that would typically be used by, security professionals, or is it something that's accessible enough that could be used by, say, developers and architects and things like that as well?
I think initially it's going to be security professionals that use it. It has a lot of different applications. Red teamers, blue teamers. Red teamers are using it to try to standardize some of the terminology that a red team may use. Blue teamers are using it to try to build better defenses based on this is the kind of attack. Can we detect or defend that attack? Uh, and vendors are actually using it a lot too because vendors are going to be crafting their products around the MITRE attack framework too. We see a couple of vendors that are mapping to their capabilities to the MITRE attack framework on the offensive and defensive sides already.
Cool. What kinds of organizations have you been seeing make use of this?
The banks are kind of like leading the way. The big banks, probably one of the banks you use or somebody in your family uses, are definitely using this already. They're trying to take threat intel. They're trying to take the threat intel, pump it into uh, use the framework of MITRE to kind of like say, where does that fit into the equation, and building out their own like purple team scenarios where they're testing out their enterprises.
Awesome. Um, and who should attend your talk? Who are the types of roles that would be good for attending a talk like this?
I think that blue teamers, red teamers are definitely going to benefit from the talk. CISO types, people that are in charge of security programs. I think this is going to be something of a catch-all because the truth is, I believe in a couple other people that are way smarter than me believe. I think that MITRE is going to be the standard for security and how we do security in the industry. So if people want to, there's actually jobs out there, and I've seen these job descriptions that are based on the MITRE attack framework and trying to get people to implement this on an enterprise basis. So I think that this is like super up and coming, and I think all people should, if you haven't heard of it in detail, you should probably come to the talk.
Okay, great. Now, with anything like this, I always kind of have to ask the question, is there any risk of this turning into yet another checklist that people try to implement?
So by itself, um, I don't think that you can implement the whole thing. By the way, I don't. It's not something uh, built to be a checklist because it's just too much to do.
Hmm.
So what I would say is if you could see things along the way, it'll be better. And that's a part of the thing on the talk. I don't think this is going to be a checklist, but I can see people at some point trying to turn it into some kind of certification or something like that. I could see that, but it would probably be a third party. It wouldn't be MITRE.
I see.
Um, I could totally see that. I could see like popular training institutions doing training on it. I could see a lot of things like being basically an offspring of it, though.
Hmm. So it'd be more certifying the people that are using it rather than the organization using it, then maybe?
Yeah, I think
Um,
the organizations will use it, but I don't think it could ever be a certification. It would never. It's kind of like too all over the place too much.
right. Okay. Cool. But saves us from another checklist at least.
But we don't like checklists.
Right. Yeah, I know checklists have all kinds of issues. Well, I like the stuff that MITRE puts out. They're generally always kind of ahead of the game with kind of standardizing things and giving us things that we can all use, like the CVEs and stuff like that. So sounds like this is just more good stuff coming out of MITRE.
Yeah, I really appreciate the standardization piece of it, and that's the biggest thing. Because like people like me or somebody else that we're kind of like nobodies. If we put out a framework, nobody would care. But if MITRE
Mm,
comes out with something good, everybody seems to adopt it, and this is
right.
something good, and I think that everybody will adopt it.
All right, great. Well, I look forward to seeing the talk. And again, Marcus will be at Source Austin on December 5th and 6th, coming up in just a few weeks. And Marcus will hope to see you there and continue the conversation at that point.
All right, thanks a lot for having me.
Great. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.